Unit 2 exam review, question number 25. You'll see I left up some of this information from question number 24 because it's a similar kind of problem. Identify the correct function from the graph shown. So here I can see I have a parabola. These are graphed by a quadratic formula, which is having x being raised to the square. And I can see that each of these has an x being raised to the square, so that's good. The first thing I'm going to look at is that this graph is opening up. That means that the a is positive. A quadratic basic, let's see, the standard form is f of x equals a times x being raised to the square plus b times x plus c. And so I guess I should probably not do a capital so that it's all the same. Okay, so that's our standard form. If a is positive, then our function will open upwards. So I can ignore the third and the fourth option here because those are negative, and that means that it would be facing downwards. The next thing I'm going to look at is, you know what, let's just go ahead and find the y-intercept because that is so fast. To find the y-intercept, we just put a 0 in for all of the x's, and because 0 times anything is 0 and 0 times anything is 0, the only thing I need to look at is c. So in this one, I guess I should erase all that because that was the last problem. So looking at this, that is all 0, so positive 10. Looking at the y-axis here, the y is the tall one because the y is a tall letter. Here we go, 5, 10. Here is, or no, it'll be right in the middle about here because that's 20. And it's not crossing here, so this one I can ignore. So the next one, and we were ignoring these two, so I have either 2 or 4, and so I'm going to go, this looks like I have negative 10 and negative 10, so that's the same on both of those. Sorry, my closet. Okay, so those ones are both, what's the difference in here? Oh, minus 24x or plus 24x. So it's going to be one of those two. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and find the vertex. To find the vertex, the x coordinate of the vertex is negative 2, or is negative b over 2a. So for the first one here, I'm going to do, remember, a, b, c. So it's going to be a negative 24, which makes it positive 24, divided by 2 times a. 2 times 3 is 6, which makes this vertex, the x-coordinate of the vertex, positive 4. So I have the coordinate for something because I haven't found the other part. So I'm going to come over here. I see actually that's matching up really well. I could go ahead and find the y-intercept, or the y-coordinate of the vertex, by plugging 4 in for x here and here in the formula, or the function here. But I'm going to go ahead and find the x value here. If it is also a positive 4, then I know that I can go forward and find the y coordinate. But if it isn't, then it looks like I'm pretty good, and it'll have fewer calculations for me, especially in a time test. So I'm going to come down here and do the x value, or the x coordinate of the vertex here. So negative b gives me negative 24 divided by 2a. A here is still positive 3, so it's going to be divided by 6 as well, which gives me an x coordinate of negative 4. And so the x coordinate of negative 4 would have been over here with a vertex here, and a y-intercept of negative 10. So it would have been in this direction. Alright, so that tells me that this one right here is the correct function of this graph.